What's up, NASCAR Authentics fans? David Land here, bringing you a different video than you may have been expecting from NASCAR Authentics in my channel. This is the Wave 1 through 7 collection video, the whole collection, every single car, every single trinket from the 2016 Lionel NASCAR Authentics line. Now, the reason I'm doing this is a couple reasons. Number one, I just hit 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's a fantastic number. It's a number I didn't expect to hit, and I'm very happy to hit it. And I thank you guys all so much for watching, subscribing, liking, all that good stuff. NASCAR Authentics was the thing that kind of gave my channel a kickstart in 2014. It was kind of the first breakthrough I had on YouTube, and it's allowed me so many great things, so many great opportunities, and you're seeing it now as my channel is expanding into, oh, hey, you guys, you longtime people, I knew this was going to happen. Longtime people know what hashtag to spam in the comments when you see my cat pop up. So I'm not going to say the hashtag, but you guys in the comments who know, post that comment down below. But anyway, NASCAR Authentics was my first big breakthrough on YouTube, and it has allowed me to expand the motorsports content and start to create a channel based fully around motorsports for motorsports fans that love racing as much as I do, and I am eternally grateful. Now, if you guys have listened to me ramble for this long and haven't just disliked the video and left, there's another reason I'm doing this, and it's because the elephant in the room, the Darlington Throwback Wave. I have not found it. It's a Walmart exclusive. Well, it's not a Walmart and Hy-Vee, but I don't have any Hy-Vee stores around me. I have not been able to find it. I searched frantically for a couple weeks, could not find them. Frankly, it wasn't fun, I wasn't enjoying it, so I just said, look, when I find them, and it may not be a complete wave review. That's just how it's going to be. At this point, doing a full wave review, I mean, unless I find them all and I'm able to get them all, but doing a full wave review is probably not going to happen. What's going to happen is I'll probably buy 5 or 6 of my favorites and do a David Land favorite Darlington Throwback Wave video. But again, the problem is me spending almost $80 on NASCAR Authentics. That's a big ask, even for a guy who clearly buys a lot of NASCAR Authentics, especially with Wave 8 coming out. I kind of want to reboot everything and Wave 8 and kind of start fresh. So when Wave 8 comes out, expect a full review of that. Nothing's changing there, but the Throwback Wave, unfortunately, I couldn't find it. I mean, that's just the problem with Walmart exclusives. It was what happened with the throwback or the 2-pack exclusives a while ago when Spin Master put them out. They showed up at Walmart. I never found them. Thankfully, my friend Buddy, big shout out to him, BWP428 on Instagram, was able to get them for me and send them to me. So big thanks to him. But let's take a look at this whole collection, Waves 1 through 7 so far in NASCAR Authentics, and I'll give some thoughts, kind of an overview of how Lionel has improved, what they've improved on, what they need to continue to improve on, and kind of the state of NASCAR Authentics. And you get to see all the cars, all the trinkets, all together. So let's get into it. So in late 2015, the Lionel NASCAR Authentics showed up in stores. Get out of the way, cowcat. Uh-oh, I gave away the hashtag. They showed up in stores, in Target stores. It was December of 2015. It kind of caught a lot of us off guard. We had heard that they were going to do a retail store, retail line, or they had been planning to, but we didn't exactly know what that meant. And it turned out, he's still in the way, get out of the way. It turned out that they had bought out Spin Master's contract, and in fact had bought the naming rights to NASCAR Authentics. So what we had were cars produced on the Lionel EL mold, and, well, used under the NASCAR Authentics banner. Now all these cars are from 2015, from the 2015 season. And I would say, in terms of a starting off wave, it wasn't the best. I think some of the cars they chose weren't the greatest, particularly maybe the Tony Stewart throwback and maybe the Do Shine car. I know some people like that, but I don't know about that. But as a wave, it was pretty good because we did get this American ethanol car for the first time in any NASCAR diecast available in any way of NASCAR diecast. Now obviously this was back when The Gold Series, the Lionel Gold Series, was the only way to get kind of specialty paint schemes, unless Spin Master happened to do something that Lionel didn't. So that was very promising from the start, and it was actually something that carried on for the next couple of waves, but they've kind of dropped off doing. So let's move on to Wave 2. So Wave 2 came about around the Daytona 500 early in the year, and this wave contained 7 cars. Now obviously we got a chase car from Dale Jr., and we started seeing raced versions. We saw those in Wave 1, as you can see, a Talladega winner and a Daytona winner from Dale Jr. Fantastic looking cars. It was really nice to get 1/64 scale race winners. That's something that Lionel doesn't do a whole lot of. Obviously the Rainbow Warrior car, another race winner for Joey Logano. And then of course we have a Darlington throwback with a monster sticker. That was very nice to see. And then throwbacks, and then an unproduced Tony Stewart car. Now, while this wave is stronger than Wave 1, I would say it's still not one of my favorite waves. Obviously, they were still doing 2015 cars at this point, and they were kind of limited in what they could do theoretically, because the 2016 schemes were just coming out for the Gold Series. And as we know, the Gold Series kind of is a bit faster. If you saw my Lionel versus Spin Master review way back in 2015, you would know that. But Wave 2, pretty interesting. The problem was it was too early in the year, and I think Lionel got this contract so late that they really couldn't do 2016 schemes early. I think in 2017 we'll be seeing very quick turnover for NASCAR Authentics. So you may have noticed a mistake I made. I had Wave 5 and Wave 4 switched. Oops. So continuity error, whatever, I fixed it. So Wave 3, this was a kind of breakout wave for Lionel. They started doing exclusive versions of race winner diecast that I don't even think we got in 124 from Lionel, as this Kevin Harvick car shows. There's another one in the wave later on that we'll show off. Ryan Newman, the first time we've seen a Caterpillar car in mass retail stores in a very long time. Fantastic to see them get that license back and willing to use in mass market retail. Then you've got the Aquafina car, which I don't think was a very good choice. I don't really understand the choice, whatever. But it did sell, so whatever. This car, not so much, kind of a peg warmer. The Amp Energy Passion Fruit car. Yeah, we just had to get a Dale Jr. in the wave, didn't we? Good choice here with the Chase Elliott 25 throwback Darlington car. A lot of Chase Elliott fans, a lot of people after this car, a lot of people after Chase Elliott stuff, and obviously the way he's looking in NASCAR, his 25 stuff is probably going to be pretty valuable down the line. And then our second exclusive race winner, Martin Truex Jr.'s Pocono win, which of course has the great looking damage on the side. Fantastic looking car. As a wave, I think it's a pretty good one from Lionel. Not their best, but obviously to this point it was probably their best. Just from a hardcore NASCAR collector's perspective, there was a lot of stuff in it for them. And the next wave, while it didn't appeal to the hardcore NASCAR collectors, a lot of people were after it, and it was probably one of the most popular waves of the year. And that popularity was probably because this was 5 of the most popular drivers in NASCAR. Now, obviously, Kyle Busch, he's hit or miss in terms of his popularity, but this was a fantastic diecast. Obviously, he's still the reigning Sprint Cup champion as of the recording of this video. Fantastic to get a new Toyota. This is the first time Toyotas were in the line. Up until this point, it had all been Chevys with one Ford, one 2015 Ford. And then you've got, or 2 2015 Fords, excuse me. Then you've got Jimmie Johnson's 2016 scheme. Fantastic. This is also the first time we saw 2016 schemes. You got Tony Stewart's Mobil 1. Again, these were all great choices by Lionel. Chase Elliott 24, very, very popular car, very, very popular driver. Speaking of, the Nationwide 88 for Dale Jr. / Jeff Gordon / oh no, I've forgotten his name. Oh well, Alex Bowman. And then Danica Patrick's Nature's Bakery car, which ended up being inaccurate. So clearly, not a lot to say about this wave, aside from the fact that it was fantastic. A lot of great choices made. Clearly, I think it was my most viewed Lionel Authentics review of the year so far. So clearly the viewership is high for it. Let's just move Tony in there, get a nice, pretty shot. Obviously, a very popular wave. Not a lot to say about it. The trinkets were nice. I really did like these pit boards that they started doing. I wish they would have continued these because they look really nice. But this wave was a hit. the next wave was not so much. Here it is, the infamous Wave 5. Some poor choices, some weird choices, and just an all-around kooky wave. You've got Kasey Kahne's 5, which I would say is a good choice. Kane's still fairly popular despite his lack of success, as you see parts of my cat's box all over the place. Thanks, cat. I appreciate it. He's trolling the video. He's just trolling. A good choice here. I actually did like this, despite the fact that they had the NASCAR Championship logo on there. Another Kyle Busch M&Ms, but with the Chase stickers on there. This was the most popular one by far, because it was the most new and most interesting car. We haven't seen a cat Ryan Newman in a very long time. Cat, that's ironic. Ryan Newman, this one was hard to find. A lot of people were having trouble finding this one, so I'm very happy to have that in the collection. Then you have Jimmie Johnson's generic Jimmie John's car. Decent choice. He's a successful driver, a popular driver, so not a bad choice. But then we get over to Batman vs. Superman. Again, these things are still hanging on the pegs. Weeks and months since they came out. Obviously, I don't have the trinkets because I got them when they were the Batman vs. Superman cars and not a part of wave number 5. Probably the weakest wave of the of NASCAR Authentics, but they did end up learning from it, as you will see in the next 2 waves. So this was another wave I had some hard times tracking down, wave number 6, and a very, very nice wave here. You've still got the unraced Kyle Busch M&Ms, but a very nice looking car, this one. Jimmie Johnson Cobalt, obviously we get one of these every year, but it seems to have sold, so no problem. Kurt Busch, fantastic to get his 2016 scheme, despite the fact that there's no Monster Energy on it, despite the fact they released a car with Monster Energy on it earlier in the year, whatever. The Indy 500, the Daytona 500 winning Denny Hamlin in his FedEx car. I really like this car, one of my favorite releases of the year. I hope we get the other FedEx schemes at some point. You've got Chase Elliott, Kelly Blue Book. I know my friend BWP428 is still looking for this. Sorry, bud, I haven't found an extra one yet for you. You've got the Austin Dillon Cheerios car, again another car we get every single year, and then the Tax Slayer Dale Jr. Now obviously this wave was a marked improvement over wave number 5, but it still, I think, is number 3 on the list in terms of waves for this year. There are a couple other waves that beat it, particularly wave number 4, and the next wave we're going to take a look at. So the last wave, wave 7, before, of course, wave 8 comes out and we get to take a look at that. But this is the last full wave of NASCAR Authentics for a while, because, of course, the NHRA cars are coming in. Kyle Busch's Skittles, I call this the Brickyard 400 winner because I watched him put on an incredibly boring race with him leading pretty much every lap and absolutely dominating the field. Alliance Truck Parts, this was the debut of the new Ford mold, so it was great to get Brad Keselowski's Alliance car. Obviously, they're not going to do the Brad K car like Spin Master did, so this was a good choice. Reminds me a lot of the genuine draft car. Then you got Jeff Gordon's number 88. Oh, wait, it's Dale Jr. Sorry. Yeah, Dale Jr. in the 88 car for Exalta. Another pretty easy choice. I can't blame them for this one, despite the fact that many people, including myself, had the gold series of this. Then you've got Ryan Blaney. Really good choice. Very, very happy. A lot of collectors were to see this one. Obviously, the Wood Brothers, very popular. The scheme is beautiful. And obviously, the new Ford body makes it look all that much better. 3M Chase Elliott. Another good choice. Chase Elliott, big-time popular driver, as I've said several times. The 3M scheme is alright. Very reminiscent of Greg Biffle. But whatever. Then you got Mr. Blow Up in the Chase, Martin Truex Jr. That was really unfortunate, by the way. And also second place Daytona 500 winner. But the Truex fans are loyal, and this diecast was an absolute beauty. Another one of my very favorites for this year. Fantastic to get it. Very, very happy. And then you've got Kevin Harvick's Mobil 1, and that was the final car that we've seen in Wave 7. Obviously, I think we're the Danica number 10 Mobil car is imminent. But this is probably the second best wave. Well, maybe it's the first best. See, this is hard. I think it's a tie between 7 and 4 for the best NASCAR Authentics wave to date. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments of which wave is the best. But you know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to say that Wave 7 is the best we've had so far. though my opinion may change once we get to Wave 8. So let's do a quick overview of everything together as I do bad camera work. So obviously Wave 7, fantastic wave. Then you go to Wave 6. I think we're going to see Mr. Cat again. Nope. Well, he's going to rub. Anyway, Wave 6. Wave 5, very popular wave. Wave 4. This was probably my second favorite to date. Then you go to Wave 3. And Wave 2. And Wave 1. So again, let me know what wave in the comments is your favorite. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. As you can tell, I do every numbered wave of NASCAR Authentics when they're not a Walmart exclusive and impossible to find. And also like the video if you did enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for the 6,000 subscribers.